weren't quite ready. We had to start all over again. So sorry. So sorry. Delete forever. There we go. Yes. Do we have volume? Sorry about that, guys. I can't tell. Calm down, Cat. You got this. Volume. Let's do a volume check. Volume. Let's do a volume check. Volume's good. Phew, finally. I'm so sorry. That stressed me out for a moment. Oh, I need to go sit down. Oh, Deb. Thank you, Beachy. Okay, we're fine. Jackie, sure would be nice if you come up here and say hello. Quit leaving Mom hanging here. Baba, don't you love Mama no more? Don't you love me? Come back. Love Jackie. All right. Megan, I know no one's perfect. You know, you just spend a lot of time setting things up, trying to get it right so things will be easy in the morning, and then it just doesn't always work out. Megan, just for you. Jack is in his I'm hiding from the world position. Right, Jack? Is that you? Mm-hmm. He says, not me. Let's see. The camera's on you now. You can't escape. Sorry, buddy. Good morning, sweet Megan. How are you doing? Carl Shell, was that you? Do I see you in here, Carl? Carl Shell, good morning, my friend. Hi, Daniel Barry. I saw all the shorts you put out today. You've been busy. All right. What is Beachy doing? Good question, Megan. What's today? Wednesday? What are you doing today, Beachy? The beach is just relaxing. I love that. What else does the beach do but relax? Well, the beach parties. I was going to say some other things, but I'll stop. Hi, Bubba. The beach reads green books. Carl says, I'm better, thanks. After speaking to Ivy yesterday, she's amazing. She is amazing, Carl. I agree. I'm glad she made you better. Me too, Megan. We love the beach. We don't want tricky Deborah today. We just don't want it. Oh, same thing. Okay. Carl says, no beach here. I know, Carl. Carl, somebody told me you do have some beach areas. Didn't somebody tell me that? I could swear. Oh, goodness. Carl says no beach here. And Beachy says, what? The beach is right here. Oh, these sleepy powers. Carl, I'm glad Ivy made you better yesterday. What's up with you today? Are you going to work today? Members get it. All right, I have coffee in the microwave. Megan says, I think Beachy is right. Maybe here is beach. And Beachy said, Carl, I think you need a dose of the beach. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine Carl at the beach? Boy, he would be so happy. Talon says, oh my gosh, Jack fell off the bed. Hi. Did I say Paul? Paul, hi. Hi, Paul. Mouth. Nothing is going quite according to plan today, except for coffee. I know what I need. I know what I need. Let's go get it right now. Besides coffee. BT says, ain't no party like a beach party. That's true. Carl says, I am making big changes to YouTube with JP helping me. Who is JP, Carl? I don't know who JP is. I know you say hello to them. Who is JP? JP. Who do we know that's JP? BT says, big changes? Big changes. How do I make my housewife? Cat is gone. Carl, what do you think these changes are going to be? Ugh, my nose is itching again. Itchy noses. All right. Beachy says when I hit 1,000, you're going to have a special coin giveaway. Well, that's pretty cool. I found I had a hard time giving away giveaways. Like I offered last year, I offered $50 if somebody could go back into one of my lives and answer what kind of meditation I had just been taught. It had a special name. I talked about it and I offered $50 for a whole week if anybody wanted to find it and mention it, but nope. I understand you, Beachy. You're doing a giveaway. Nice. That's exciting. Beachy says, well, dang, I missed it, right? I'm trying to find my belt. I'm not having much luck. Ow. Jack, you're fired. Beachy says, did Carl leave? No, I would say Carl's somewhere in the background, right, Carl? He's just waiting for me to say something. Just the right thing so he can say, you're wrong, Cat, which is one of my favorite things. Not being wrong. Being wrong is one of my least favorite things. But when Carl says it, it just makes me so funny. Makes me laugh. It makes me funny. Makes me feel all funny inside. Oh no, Paul says another day of thunderstorms. Whew. Lois says here too. Sorry about that, guys. Gosh. That can be a real bummer, I know. Jack, I'm gonna put eyeballs on your bulldog. I remember that. Face backs. Beachy says, I love thunderstorms. Yeah, but they've had nothing but rain for a while now. They're going to start thinking they live in Ireland. Crazy lightning, really, Lois? Oh, my favorite. I love thunderstorms, thunder and lightning storms. So good. Not particularly in y'all's situation, but Jack, I have your eyeball medicine. That's weird too. April showers, right? I think last year we got more showers in May than April. Because I was like, what is this? This is wrong. Jack, I have your medicine. Beachy says laying under a tin roof during a thunderstorm. Yes. Yes. Guess who has a tin roof? This girl right here. Would you like some? Hmm? Here, you can have a piece. Is it good? If you want more, you gotta come up here. The eyeballs are falling off. You can't have that. Yes, I do have more. Are you going to get up? Come on. Carl says, and when I ask, Tina will help me. Aw. Hey, Carl. I love you. And of course, you have so many friends, especially women friends, who like to help you because you're so darn sweet. And you just need to know, you need to hang out with Carl to find out how sweet he really is. Hello to any of Carl's friends in the background that I don't know about. He just says, OMG, I'm coming over. What do we do? Hi, William. Good old mutt. Yes. Jack, it's up here. It's up here, honey. Uh-huh. It's up here on the bed. I'm luring you up. What do you think? Carl says, I want my $50. Oh my goodness. Hi, Miso. Good morning. There we go. Oops. I don't know how long he's going to stay there. What do you think? Why don't you have a seat? There you go. There you go. Have a seat next to you on a bone since you ate breakfast this morning. Would you like a little snack? Don't worry about that. Would you like this? William, you like the view from my front porch? It is beautiful out there. Oh, you want the tin roof? Well, you most certainly could come over. I'm so lonely I could die. I go back to work Friday, so I won't be so lonely anymore. I'll be craving my alone time again. Hi, Sarah. They're falling. Hi, Mr. Dollar City. Hi, Wasa. Hi again, Sarah. All right, Bubba. I love you. I should wash my hands, but I'm not going to. Sarah says, good morning, chat. And Lois says, good morning, Wasa. What's the matter, you? Mr. Dollar City, Jack is doing really well. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. Boy, Ray was not incorrect about those stupid lights back there pulsing like that thing's about to take off. Here, we'll move. They just don't make Christmas lights like they used to. Oh, Jackie. What's been occupying your time over there, Wasa? What have you been up to? Jackie, why are you so dark? Wassa says, I didn't hear what Kat said about my arrival. I was already off in Mr. Dollar's channel subscribing. Did she curse at all, even just a little? No. I say, good morning, Wassa. What have you been doing with yourself? What's been taking up your time? No cursing. Why would I curse? I was a little flustered this morning when I couldn't get the live stream right, but other than that, I'm good. Oh, Jackie, you're so red. That's what we can say about Jack. He's so red. You're so kiss. I love you. Thank you. Goodbye. I don't have time for you anymore. Do you see your butt right here? Thank you. Wassa says, I don't know what Wassa said. As always, I'm just working on a few projects. What kind of projects? That is what I'm wondering. And how long before you get the, I guess it's mantis eggs? Is that what it is? Do you hatch the eggs like you would hatch a chicken? I'm so dying to know. Good job, Jack. Cozy sleeper powers. Oh, Mr. Dollar City, did you hear that? That Wassa subscribed to you? Did you catch that little bit right there? Wassa says, I know. I have you met Yogi? Wassa says, a few little things. The life of a hustler requires discipline. That was pretty funny. I have good news and bad news about the chicken. So when anybody wants to hear the good and bad news about the chicken, I will tell. And hey, I found Deborah's neck. I just can't make her sit properly. She does have a neck, look. But she slumps. She slumps, so you just don't see it. There you go. Lois says, stay on task, Wassa. Yeah, Wassa. Don't pay attention to the girl who's going from one thing to the next thing every 5 seconds. You just stay on task, sir. Carl says certain people won't be coming to my channel ever again. Carl, I know you don't mean that. Wassa says yes. The mantis eggs each hatch about 50 to 200 babies. You just sort of set it up so they come falling out, but they'll eat each other. So they need a decent space or individual enclosures. Wow. So is it possible? Is the mortality rate so badly that you only end up with a few out of 50 to 200? Or could you possibly hatch like all of them? Okay, news on chicken. Good news is, good news. Good news is she's pooping like normal. Bad news. Are you guys ready? My house is starting to stink. There you go. That's it. Yeah. She's pooping like normal. I walked down there last night to say goodnight to her and turn off the lights. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? Oh, and I spent all day yesterday cleaning the garage floor, cleaning out her cage. I was quite embarrassed when I took you guys down to my garage the other day. So yeah, it was smelling good yesterday afternoon, but when I went down there last night, it was horrible. Oh, Wassa says those people will be missing out then, Carl. And how is your day? They surely will. Carl says, I do mean it, and so does Tina and JP. Okay. All right, Carl. Hey, Carl, are you working today? But when you're purposely purchasing them to raise them, I get that they have natural enemies. Yes, many are going to fall victims to birds, larger insects, etc., before they get big enough to have some level of safety. I'm just wondering, is it possible to hatch all in a controlled environment? Jackie, is that good stuff? Yum, 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 yum. I'm not going to take it from you. I just wanted to say hello. Good morning. You need thumbs. Wassa says, yeah, one of the main points of hatching them inside is to protect them a bit when they're most vulnerable. Yep, got it. Hey, Wassa, did you see my video yesterday that I put out? It's pretty gruesome. I lost 5 subscribers when I put that video out yesterday. 5. Just like that. Carl says, I've had enough. I get it, Carl. You can only handle so much. I understand. Let's do a dime. Wasta says, but again, it's tricky because they'll eat each other if they're all together in the same enclosure. And Lois agrees. She says, you do get to a certain point, Carl. Oh, is that why that post went on YouTube yesterday? I did see it. You don't understand some people or something like that. I did see it, Carl. The thing is, Carl, sometimes you can joke. Much like me, you can give it, but you have a hard time taking it. We are looking for contacts this morning. Carl goes, and JP responded right away. Carl, I don't know who JP is. The only male that I know in your life is Allie. What up, Jack? Excuse me, I'm sorry. We're going to do blue again. Hang on. Let me cough. I see you, Dylan. Good morning. Let me cough and blow my nose real quick, and then I'll read. Oh my gosh, Dylan. Oh my gosh, Dylan. Did you hear what I was talking about earlier? I was saying something very similar. That last year we had, well, I was talking about, no, I was saying last year we had more rain in May than April. But he's right. He says, I know it sounds crazy and it's unusual, but Western Kentucky has not had rain ever since April 1st. And you cannot burn anything right now. If you do, it's $1,000 fine. I think we're pretty similar. I think it's, oh no, maybe we had a drizzle. But we're pretty dry too over here, Dylan. Wassa says then you also have to provide them with their first meals, which is also tricky because they're so small. I think this year I'm going to try to order some gnats or fruit flies to feed them. So, do you have this huge screen? Like you work with them, it's a huge magnifying screen, and you work with them that way? That's wild. I love that. It's so cool. But the timing of the hatching of the gnats has to be perfectly timed with the mantises, and it's never easy to predict when the little babies are going to decide to come out. Aww. Dylan says, yeah, I don't understand why. This is unusual for this time of year. Well, all the weather, everything is changing, Dylan. All the weather patterns are changing too, from what I understand. Wassa says, no, I could use a huge magnifying screen though. No, but I could use. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like a jeweler's loop. Oh, you could be like, you could get those jeweler's loop and pop it in your eye and talk to everybody with that loop in your eye all the time. Dylan, our friends Lois and Paul are getting all the rain right now. Oh, and Carl. Carl's had a really rainy week too, right, Carl? I don't know. But I'm still showing up. Dylan says it's probably because of global warming and unseasonable warm temperatures. Um, okay. I don't know anything. Hi, Bubba. Carl says my chicken goes in the oven. Do you want my chicken, Carl? You can put her in the oven. What I don't know won't hurt me. Oh, okay. Wassa says you do have jeweler's loops and a ton of different magnifying glasses and such. Left over from when I was still doing eBay, antiques and jewelry, etc. Whatever, Wassa. Wasa, I want you to sit there. I want you to sit down right where you're at in the background and count how many different professions or jobs you have had in your life. I am fascinated. I need to hear the hidden secret of life. Hello. Dylan says, well, it has to be, or some things are not like what they're used to. Yes, I do believe, yeah, like global warming, but I don't blame it all on humans. That's my thing, Dylan. I just think weather patterns change over years. People are no people. I'm not saying don't take responsibility for some of the damage that we do. I just don't think people should be blamed for everything because, like I said, it's going to happen whether we're here or not. The weather changes. Hi, the secret of life. What is the secret of life? Do people ask you that all the time? Did you make that profile name wanting people to ask you? What is the hidden secret of life? No, you were right, Dylan. I just had my own preconceived notions when people say that. So, Wasa, when are you getting the babies? When are the babies due? Yes, that is what I'm going to ask Wasa from now on. I'm sorry, I forgot you're counting. Continue counting. He says that would be tough. I've primarily been a rug dealer, grower, importer since I was 15 years old, but I have also worked a lot of different jobs and owned a number of businesses. I know. I just need like a a thoughtful number. Ugh. Hi, Grumpy Sapper. Good morning. Carl says Pepsi is closing down. Are they, Carl? Are they really? Is that the truth? Is it true? Is it really, really true? Let's see what my Pepsi says, Carl. Ooh, we're even. I don't think this is closing down, but it's not real good. I think it usually shows the last number. hmm Pepsi's just kind of stagnant when they closed down yesterday, huh? I don't think we're in. I don't, I, I don't know. I don't know anything, Carl. I know I'm showing up Friday and I expect a paycheck on Tuesday. Lawson says Ace Hardware was supposed to be getting mantis eggs last Friday, and so far they haven't shown. If it isn't soon, I'll need to order them online because it takes 2 to 3 weeks for them to hatch. Once you put them in the perfect environment. Dylan says, how's your dog? Is he okay? Is been doing all day anyways. Well, we just woke up, Dylan, so our day just started. He's good. He's killing this icky, gross, icky stuff. Carl says, I'm letting foxes in. I love foxes. Carl, do you ever see foxes? Do you have foxes in Ireland? I'm sure you do, right? Let's look. Does Carl Shell have foxes in Ireland, particularly Dublin by the airport? Short answer, yes. There are definitely foxes in Ireland, and yes, they are very common in Dublin, including near the airport area. Awesome. Awesome, Carl. Do your foxes look different than mine, though? Are they the same foxes? Are Carl's foxes the same as my foxes? He says, yes, they're the same species, yeah, but he says both Carl's foxes in Ireland and the foxes you'd see in the US are red fox. Okay. I would be really jealous if you had some really crazy black fox or a white fox. What does the fox say? That's right. What's this? Just please don't take liberties with the chat wording, but I don't watch it long enough. I take a peek and then I go off and just say what I want to say. This song is so addictive. It's silly but funny, and once you get it in your mind, it's hard to get it out of your mind. Freestyle King. I'm going through hell right now. All we need is $15 to make it home. Please help us. I'm from Arkansas. I have no family. I have no family. Our friend Freestyle King is looking for help. And they have PayPal. Grumpy Sapper said, that's it. It's funny and stupid. I hope you find the help you need, Freestyle King. I just think maybe going to the internet, particularly YouTube chats, I don't know, maybe you've had luck there before. I just wouldn't go there first. But either way, yes. Prayers, my friend. Lois says, I love you, Carl. I know I missed some stuff, Carl. If I missed you, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, he says, I'm going to where I'm loved. Dylan, have you drank coffee yet? Absolutely. Yes, I have a big cup of coffee. Okay, yep. Grumpy Sapper says, Freestyle King, dude, with your channel, I think not. Uh-oh. He's calling him out. D8, hello, my friend. D808, hi. I didn't notice the hi before. Hello, D8. It's good to see you. Amanda says, wait, his chewy toy. Yeah, his, you're being so good. You're letting me touch it. Rawhide. The other day when I tried to do this, he put his teeth on my hand. He did not bite me, but he showed his teeth and put them right on my hand. And I was going to do this, do this. But today, you see how good he's being? He's let me touch it and take it from him. You're such a good boy. Jack is a good boy. Deep, 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 deep down there in that big old brain of his somewhere. D8 says hello to chat. Grumpy Sapper says, I banned him from the page. Well, you know what? I trust you guys to do what's best. I just need do nothing. I need do nothing. That's fine. That is fine, Grumpy Sapper. I trust you to know more than I do. I'm pretty gullible. Okay. Back to Amanda says, hey, Amanda, how are you? Hey, everyone, enjoy Cat&Jack post of the night. Laughing my butt off, Cat. You're funny without knowing. LOL. Oh, I know. I know. Trust me. Hi, Amanda. It's so good to see you. Dylan says some dogs do like to guard their toys if you don't watch it, but I'm sure this dog is different, though. You'd think Jack was different, but it shocked me when he first started doing it to me, growling at me if I tried to take something from him. It shocked me a bit. Wassa says to freestyle, I hope you find help very soon. Whatever help it is. Grumpy says he's all about gangster and guns, not playing that game. Well, there you go. There you go. See, stuck in my head. All Grumpy Sapper's fault. Wassa says freestyle knows how to work it though. There are certain words and phrasing that have powerful subliminal subconscious impacts on people, and he appears to know exactly what they are. I'm not saying this about our friend Freestyle, but I've met some really, really convincing addicts before. Like they've got game. They know exactly what they're doing and how to work it, and it's incredible to me to watch. The amount of what is it called? It's called what's the word for it? Oof, eyeballs. All right, Jackie Poo. Ha ha. Ooh. All right. Oh my gosh. Well, we have 4 days of rain coming up. Or 4 days of possible rain coming up. Or was I looking at Dublin? No. Dublin has rain today and Friday. Not too bad, not as bad as the other day. Okay. Wassa This is like if you're in jail and you are really hoping to cold call a stranger for help or just to get money, it's very important that the first thing they hear you say is, I need your help. Really. It's surprising how effective that trick. Yeah, because I want to, and I feel a little guilty that I wasn't jumping to the gun like, I'm torn. I'm torn here. Luckily, at this point, I had no choice. I just don't even have $15 to give somebody. But I'm torn because I want to say that it doesn't matter what the story is. If somebody asks for help, you just help them. And then the other side of me is like, no, man, nobody's helping me. Boy. Dylan says, yeah, I know. I'm afraid warm temperatures is causing the lack of rainfall. You know, I notice when it gets warmer and warmer, we're gonna get rain. Carl says, goodbye. Bye, Carl. I hope you have a good day. And Carl, I just want to send you with one message for the day. Are you ready, Carl? Carl, get out there and do the do. Okay, I'm better now. Just do it, Carl. I love you, Carl. Have a good day, my friend. All right. Universe, hello, Lord. Lord, beer us. That's great. Dylan says, yeah, Carl. And Grumpy Sapper says, see you, Carl. And Lois says, everybody says bye, Carl. We love you. Wow, so that's so funny. What is that called? A criminal with morals? Is that what it is? Or do you fancy that would be like Robin Hood? Yes, we will miss Carl. I miss Carl. Okie dokie. Wasa, I've been thinking about what you said about Rich Martinez. The thing about promoting Rich is he doesn't have a set schedule when he goes live. Not that I want him to change anything, it's just hard to promote him. You can't say he goes live this time on this date. But I can definitely share him out every time I see him live. Wasa says it's the laws that are immoral and unconstitutional and therefore unlawful on endless different levels. I'm not going to disagree with you. Hello, Allie. She says, hey there, and I hope you're having a good night. We are. You know what? I haven't seen you in a while, Allie. I might just be missing you. Have you not been going live lately? Our friend, Algie Allie, is an artist. And she does a lot of art online. And wait a minute, she's a great artist, okay? And Allie is a great girl. She's a lot of fun to hang out with. She's so sweet. Okay, but you guys know my heart for redheads, right? The very best thing when I go to Allie's live streams is I might get to see her Irish setter. Grumpy Sapper says Rich does not push the channel. I know. But you're right. He does deserve to have more subscribers than he does. Dylan says, I meant good night, Cat. Anyways, need to go to bed. Anyways, good night. Good night, Carl, too. Yes, good night, Dylan. Sweet dreams, my friend. And Allie says, I'll probably go live tomorrow. Okay. And Chewy, she says, Chewy just woke me up in the middle of the night randomly. Aww. Oh, and Allie here. Sometimes. So you can get around. Grumpy Sepper says, love your freckles. Got you. Thank you. It's so funny. You know, as a kid, you grow up all these things. I had three things going against me as a kid that now work for me. One was my red hair, not popular as a kid. Two was my big butt, not popular back then as a kid. And freckles, not popular back then when I was a kid, but now people are putting them on. They're purposely making themselves have freckles. What? Al- Thank you, Allie. Dylan says, wow, thanks, Kat, and good night, Lois. Hi, Daniel Kitts. So good to see you, my friend. How are you, Daniel? How's your belly this morning? You just got off the game. Awesome. Well, thank you for breaking away from your game to come say hi to us, Daniel. Grumpy Sapper says, my eldest daughter, as a babe, could never say freckles. It was, oh no. That's funny. Daniel says, give me a minute. I will be back. Allie, I was just talking about how Jack is the very best dog ever. Very best. Yes, you are. And just maybe a week ago, I could not take his thing from him. He would bare his teeth at me and growl. And I was talking about what a good boy he is today. Let me take it from him. Paul, how close are you to Columbus? My auntie and my cousins are all going to Columbus. Maybe next week. Yeah, next week. You're 2.5 hours away. Got you. I know nothing about Ohio except for it's cold. Oh, what else is in Ohio? Our friend Ray Del Sol is also in. No, she's not in Ohio. She's in Illinois. I don't know what I'm thinking. Who else is in Ohio? Somebody told me the other day they were in Ohio. Hey, Jackie, are you going to tear that apart soon? Should I take it away from you? Probably. I should for real take it from him now. Here. Can I help you? Let me help you. Watch your foot, okay? Here you go. You have a cousin that lives there. Okay. We both have cousins there then. Dang, we're practically related. What do you know, Paul? Wouldn't that be crazy if we found out we were distantly related? Brr. I opened the windows because it was hot in here, but it's starting to cool off. He's laughing. This is wonderful. Wassa says, oh, the corruption and criminality of public servants in Ohio is up there near the worst in the nation. Scary place. What is it that interesting. You're talking about criminality of public servants. My cousin, speaking of cousins in Ohio, was a police officer there. I don't know if he was a criminal. I don't think so. He might be listening. Hey, Jay. I love you, Jay. Paul Gracie says, that's true. That's too bad. But I think, I don't know if any place is worse than the other. It's just maybe other places are more, their problems are more open for everybody to see. Maybe other states just hide it really well. Hi, Corrupted. Grumpy Sapper says, years ago, I met REO Speedwagon in the UK, and Kevin Cronin invited me to Illinois. Really? And you didn't go. Allie says, I hope you all have a nice night. I'm going to try to fall back to sleep. Sweet dreams, my friend. And I hope I can catch you. I'm going back to work Friday, so it's going to be hit and miss. But thank you for coming by. Thank you for chewing. Corrupted, I'm really good. How are you? Lois says, hello, Corrupted. Corrupted, what did you do with Rosie? We haven't seen Rosie in a few days. That's not super unlike her, though, to be honest. I'm just putting out there that we really miss Rosie. Wassa says, of course he is a criminal. Oh, does that mean I'm a criminal too, Wassa? I'll leave it at that, though, but I could prove it. Ohio also has the second most Bigfoot sightings out of all 50 states. Yep, Corruptus is the homie and he's crying. What did you do to her? Is all I have to say is, what did you do to her? Lisa says, I wish I could pet the dog. I wish you could too. I wish you could babysit for me. I need a babysitter for the dog. Paul says, my cousin swears he saw Bigfoot. Oh. Lois is not much. She's not doing much, just hanging out. That's exciting, Paul. I know you're not a big, I think you're not a big believer in some fantastical stories. go. Okay. Hi, Dr. Who, What, Where. How are you? I mean, this is meet and greet with Cat and Jack. Paul says yes. Bigfoot, no. Cryptid says Bigfoots are aliens. I guess I would agree with that. They're interdimensional, is my understanding. Provided this is all within a story, in my mind. This is my belief. Doctor Who, What, Where says, I have oral surgery at 10 a.m. Oh my gosh. Prayers, my friend. I will keep you in my thoughts. Even though it's probably not a big deal, it's still kind of scary, right? Especially if you hear anybody's horror stories. We won't get started because you're going today. So I'm wishing you well, my friend. Wassa says Ohio is right there at the end of the Great Migration Trail, or whatever it's called. The trail from when the land was a bridge to Asia, when it was above water. So it makes some sense they'd have lots of predators. Daniel says, I am back. Welcome back, Daniel. You're welcome, Doctor Who, What, Where. Are you up because you can't sleep? Or have you not been to bed? So it makes some sense from Wassa that they'd have lots of predators there, the same as they have trophy elk, deer, and other world famous prey there. Amanda says she'd meet halfway for everyone. Cat and Jack's place. We will rent restrooms outside and supply food and entertainment. Funny. Doctor Who, What, Where says, I'm just up and nervous. I get it. I go for some work tomorrow, which is no big deal tomorrow, but on the 29th, I go to have some big work done, and I'm nervous too. It is not just a guy thing, Miso. Miso says, is this just a guy thing? When I go to the barber, my hair looks great, but it never looks good the next day when I comb it. Paul says he is in, Amanda. Crafty says, yo, chill. Can I see what you're doing over here? You're breaking off pieces. Can I have the pieces? Hey, don't get crazy. Oh, watch it, rude. Did you see that? What is up with that? Come on. Okay. Wassa, I am remembering what you said. This isn't a real leash, but I'm going to use it as one. Let's go. Let's go. Come. Let's go. Let's go, Jack. Bye-bye, buddy. Sorry. Sorry you can't be nice. Sorry you decided to be a jerk. We'll go. Well, I was just bragging on how good Jack was, and he ruined it. Protect the tree. He sure was, wasn't he? Well, this is Paul. It sounds like you don't believe him. Is your cousin kind of known liar? That no, Watson. Paul just is very level-headed and what else, Paul? He says, Watson, no, he's not a liar, but my disbelief, yes. Amanda says, poor Jack, he'd end up with no ears and disheveled a mess in a bad haircut. Poor thing, Jack, what happened? No, you're right, Wassa. He says, whoa, 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 that can't happen. What if a silly kid came up and messed with him while he has food? But he doesn't do it over food. It's a snack, that kind of thing. And you're absolutely correct. That is why I said, I remembered what we were talked about the other day, Wasa. So Jack is now in jail. I wish I had a separate jail for Jack so that so that one is his bed and one is jail, you know? One is like you're in trouble and one is like this is your safe space. Poor Jack. You know who we need now? We need Bailey Smith to come in and say, poor sad Jack. I want you to lay down. There you go. Poor sad Jack. Hmm? Oh gosh, Paul. Paul says, we had a dog when I was 5. I got close to him when he was chewing on a toy and I got bit in the face requiring stitches. I had a Lhasa Apso who was like that over every food. And my daughter was so insistent on putting her face in his face all the time. I was sure she was going to get bit. Doctor Who What Wear says, I'm so glad he didn't bite. Agreed. Agreed. And so this is the sort of thing where I might lose my temper with Jack. So I think we talked about this the other day that sometimes I have to wait till I react to something. But I was glad that I took care of it as best as I could right then. Amanda. Amanda says Jack will lose hope in jail. I don't think so. That is scary, Paul. Wasa, that is a good point. Um, Wasa had asked if Paul's cousin was untruthful in general, and Paul says no. And Wasa brings up the point. See, that's why I asked that. Countless people have said similar things about family, friends who have had sightings, and they almost always say no. The person is very honest, yet the whole family disbelieves the person about that one claim. Anything else, they trust the person. It is very interesting. Paul says, I guess I should be more open to the possibility. You should be however you are, Paul. It is just a interesting statement that Wasa was making, not a judgment. Of course, I would like you to be open to all sorts of possibilities. Kind of gives you some hope. Amanda says he looks like you think he looks like he's guilty. He feels guilty. I don't think so. I think he looks like he doesn't like being in his bed. Mr. Possessive says, oh my gosh, Jack's in prison. Doggy jail. It's just doggy jail. Paul said, I was thinking that. Aw. I love you so much, Paul. I would so not be surprised if we were related somehow. Daniel Kitts has a doctor's appointment today. Wait, oh, that was yesterday? Okay, because Daniel, I get very confused because your tomorrow is my today. So he says, that's why I didn't ask you. I figured you were going today. Anyways, back to what Daniel was saying. He says, my doctor's appointment went good. My blood pressure was good. And I went from 140 to 128, lost 12 pounds. And my doctor was training a new young girl to be a doctor. And she was so cute. Oh, good for you on losing that weight. Excellent, Daniel. And great job on your blood pressure. I'm glad to hear all good news. Amanda thinks he looks surprised. Wassa says, Paul, I have a video on my channel, the Bigfoot, that explains just one of the multiple forms of irrefutable proof there is that they exist. Proof found using reproducible scientific, where's the rest of it? Measurements. Interesting. Lois says, hi, Mr. Possessive. Hi, Mr. Possessive. How are you today? Yeah, Jack was getting crappy with his whatever he was snacking on. I was sitting here bragging, Mr. Possessive, about how good Jack was being and not guarding his snack, and I could take it away from him and he wasn't reacting until he didn't. Paul says, interesting, Lois. Everybody's saying hello to each other, saying hello to Mr. Possessive. What's today? Just Wednesday. 2 more days? 2 more nights, Mr. Possessive? You're good. Got back to LA and had a little too much fun at a party. Love that Jack is being a bad boy. LOL. It's just disappointing. It's so disappointing when he does that, but it's my own fault. It is my own fault, I have to say. I take responsibility. He's such a brat showing off. More like showing his ass. Showing his ass. He learned that from me. Do you know, I used to do live streams when I worked nights, I would do Jack Cam live streams, just Jack in his bed for 4 hours. They did really good. It's crazy. Not as good as other live streams are doing right now, but I was surprised. Well, awesome. Should we, when I get monetized again, I should do like Jack in jail and he gets out with so many jewels. Lassa says, yep, check it out. I also have the 15-minute long first person account from a hunter that hunted his whole life. Never saw anything. Why are my glasses not working today? I don't understand. He hunted his whole life, never saw anything that indicated they exist. Then one day, he unalived one, huh? Amanda says, it is Cat. I'm very fair with people and understanding. And the meeting of mind on doggies. Oh, well, aw. Mr. Possesses says Jack in Jail, the never ending series. And Wassa says it's a fascinating account, somewhat sad, and you can just tell the guy is telling the truth. Amanda says, I didn't make tea. No, you didn't make tea or lemonade? Is it snack time? I don't know. I don't even, oh, it's 4:21. Oh, well, it's almost snack time. It's another time. Daniel says, this is a continuation from Daniel. And I also told the doctor about the meds that my mom gave me, and he's helping me go. He's making it easier to go and help release gas like farts. You just like to hear me say farts, don't you? And she's really that good. Nice. Good, Daniel. Oh, Wasa, part of Daniel's cerebral palsy is issues with his tummy. Paul's just eye rolls. Yes. As a matter of fact, there's a Daniel song on right now. I know you guys can't hear it, but I hear it. Well, I'm glad you like the doctor in training, Daniel. So, what are you drinking, Amanda? No lemonade, no tea. How about coffee? So, Wasa, I'm going to end up asking Chat GPT anyways because, I ask it everything. But what do you think I should do? What is your suggestion when Jack gets shitty with me like that? What should I do? Because my first reaction is to smack him upside the head, and I have been controlling that urge. Second urge is to scream at him. I'm doing really well controlling that one too. Paul says, have you ever written any songs, Kat? Yes, all the music I play. Our demonetized song yesterday with the vicious bugs. I think that was the last one I did. Wassa says, I ask because sometimes I have the same. If I slack off on eating my fermented foods, you gotta eat them. Daniel, I think Daniel will admit his diet is not the best, although he lost 12 pounds, so he's doing something right. Daniel, I'm assuming, Daniel, did you want to lose that weight? Sir Daniel, why is the dog in the cage? Because he acted like he was going to bite me. I'm trying to decide if he's sufficiently sorry enough. He doesn't really look like it, though. Mr. Possessive says he better not bite you, OMG. I don't. I really don't think he would, but it is scary. If you hear him and you see him, it's enough to make you think he would. Either way, it's not acceptable, and Wass is completely correct about that. He says, I don't know. I guess all you can do is practice a lot with Jack. Keep taking away with whatever it was, showing him who's boss and what's acceptable. I guess. Well, you saw, I've been doing that the whole live stream, taking it from him and just praising him and saying he was so good. And then he just had a moment. But yes, I guess I will put my big girl pants on and get brave and do that. Amanda says, I weigh only 127 pounds. Overweight, happy at 95 pounds. I eat like a cow. Well, you must be really tiny then, Amanda. Wassa says they actually want that from us. Right, they want us to be in charge because they're always looking for someone. And if you're not mentally stable, they're going to try to take charge. I'm not saying. Oh, maybe I am saying something. I just thought we were above that, Wassa. I thought we were like, I thought we had an other worldly, other level understanding. Daniel says, and also the doctor had the young girl doctor do the body exam on me. And when she was feeling on my tummy and push with her hand a little bit with her hand, and then when she took it away, oh, then when she went to go look at your ears, you farted. Oh no. Well, I guess they know you're not kidding, that you were very serious about your symptoms. Daniel, you never did answer me. Were you trying to lose weight? A stinky fart. I told her, and she said it's okay. Aw. Yes, you were trying. Okay. Okay, good. I know you eat. Luasa says, yup. Hi, Yogi. Yup, you're the pack alpha, and Jack gets a lot of general reassurances knowing that. It'd be nice to be above that, but Jack is still a dog. You're correct. You are right. I think it's probably more than just the snacks. I need to probably get out with him. And I mean, he went to training. He went to 2 weeks of dog training where he lived with the trainer. So I think a big part of that would be me getting out and walking him correctly, not just pleasure walks. Thank you for that reminder, Wasa. You're very helpful. Amanda says, Jack Bro out of jail. You want me to take him out of jail? Daniel says, did you see the other comments? I saw, yes, you eat. That was the last two comments. I saw that you were talking about you farted when the pretty girl doctor was looking into your ears after she pressed your tummy. Is there anything else I missed? Daniel says, that's it. Well, then I read them all. Amanda says, oh, yes, please. He will apologize, Cat. I will let him out. He's going to go back in later today. We're getting him used to going back into his cage for some time during the day. And there you go, sir. I still don't think he's very sorry. I don't believe he's sorry at all. All right. Bye, Jack. See you later. It's gone. It is so gone. You're not getting it back. You may never get another one. Amanda says he's wagging his tail. Yeah, he's happy. He's happy and still looking for another snack. Huh, Jack? What are you going to do now? Hi. Come on up here. Come on. Let's talk. Come on. This is a bone. Come up here. Hi, Anna. Lois says Jack is on probation. No, sir. That's not for you. You're in trouble. You're not allowed to have it. Jack, I lost my glasses, sir. What do you think? Daniel says, I am going to make some chocolate milk. Good for you. Sounds really good. I think Jack's going to take his spot where he started this morning. Huh, buddy? You go over there. You go over there. Anna, did I ask how you are? All right. I love you. You're a very good boy sometimes. And you love him. You good boy. Are you sorry? He says, nope, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for any of it. Oh, you hear my tummy? Maybe he is sorry. Maybe. Are you sorry, Jack? He's a good boy. All right, I'm going to get up. You want Foxy? Is this your Foxy? Is it? Oh, it's very noisy. All right. See ya. See ya wouldn't want to be ya. Anna says, I am okay. Thank you, Kat. How are you this morning? I'm good. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for the love, Maddie at No Frills, No Mercy. Wassa says, I'm in a YouTube polygamist. I've got Anna Claudette, Daniel Brown, and I have no idea what that means, Wassa. Hey, thank you. Several other YouTube on live wives. Oh, okay. Mr. Possessive says, Wassa, that's kinky. And Daniel says, I also thought about you too, my sweet friend Jackie. How did your dentist appointment go? Well, about that. You know how I said your tomorrow is my today? Well, my dentist appointment, I thought, was today. I'm still not quite clear, but it's tomorrow. I thought it was today at 10, but it's tomorrow at 1. How did I get it so confused? I don't know. But thank you for thinking of me, Daniel. Tomorrow's the easy dentist appointment. It's the one on the 29th when I don't have anybody to drive me or take me home. That's going to be my big appointment. I even called Auntie, but Auntie will be out of town. Jack. All right. let's see what we have. Daniel says to Anna, chocolate milk time. Jack, what did you just eat? Mr. Possessive says, maybe you had as much fun as me, Cat. LOL. Easy to get confused, maybe. Blassa says, I am bad about remembering anniversaries and birthdays, though. Me too. So I write everything down, and then I forget where I wrote it down at. It's a problem. Hey, Jack, come back. Hi, Bubba. Hi. What's up? What do you think? You want to get up there? Go ahead. I think you can have one more snack. Mr. Possessive says, I'm 100% sure I lost a set of leather fingerless gloves. I thought they said feather. Leather fingerless gloves tonight, but that's an issue for tomorrow. Come on, up here. Wassa says, Mister, I don't believe you're even a little bit confused about anything. Maybe not. All right, Jack. I'm sure you're not going to stay there. I'm sure you're going to move again. We'll see. Wassa says you don't seem the type. Mr. Possessive says, Wassa, then I'm a professional partier. Paul says I might be confused about everything. Paul, I'm with you. The older I get, the more I realize I don't know anything. And I especially don't know what anything is for. Jack, have you got your back turned on us again? Again. Rude. That's all right. I have workarounds, buddy. Good morning, Squirrel Sniper. Wassa says right. I was that from ages 15 to 32. Mr. Possessive says, Wassa, that's so real. Everybody's saying good morning to Squirrel Sniper. So good to see you, Sniper. Cats for Nelson, hello. The elbow. Ooh. You must hide it. Oh, you have room for me, Jackie. Can I sit by you? What was that look for? That was so rude. That was such a rude look. Cats for Nelson says, wait, any cats? Yes, right here. Hello. I'm Cat. What? Let's stop. You want me to stop? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Baba. Mom loves you. We love you. Uh-oh. What happened? Anna says, I don't know you, Wasamata, And Cats for Nelson says, hi, Lois. My name is Louise, and nice cat. Thank you, Louise. Nice to meet you. Wasa, what did you do that Anna doesn't know you either? Are you okay? Hmm? Casper Nelson says it's almost 4 a.m. here, so it must be almost 5 a.m. here. I would guess. More? Okay. Casper Nelson says, I can't sleep. The vibes are odd. Interesting for you. Huh. Are you into the Schumann resonance and stuff like that, Casper Nelson? I'm just wondering if there's something going on right now. Hi, Lady Sky. Good morning. Casper Nelson says, yes, I am. Do you listen to Patty, the positivity influencer? I know there's a couple. I listen to Aaron, but Patty's my favorite. Wasa says it's either too bad or more likely very lucky I don't care for alcohol. Between working as a stop, stop. I can't with you, Wasa. I do know Aaron Burns, but you know what? Is it Aaron or Steven? Steven Burns. Is that how you're talking about? I have a bit of a problem with him. Wasa says I could drink for free at literally half the bars in Portland. Daniel says it's 3:35 a.m. for me right now, and only you, sweet Jack. It's crazy the days getting mixed up, and I love Jackie Hugs. Thank you, Daniel. I was a camel girl for real. I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry, am I not paying attention to you? Are you trying to tell me forget the camel girl? Talk to you. What can I do for you? Are you trying to get my attention? Hmm? What is it? Hmm? What is it, Jackie? What do you think Wasa means about being a camel girl? What could he possibly mean? I was a camel girl too. I smoked camels. Does that count? Oops, Stephen. Yep, fair. Paul also says, I'm sorry. Here I am. Who else says, I don't know what I did, Cat. Anna, wifey. Oh, because you called her wifey. That's it. I forgot. That's why she said, I don't know you. Mr. Possessive says, Boss is out here being so naughty. Oh, Mr. Possessive says, Wassa makes me look behaved. And Casper Nelson says, I like his ideas and I often research them further. What I don't like is his clickbait. I don't like when he has something on there and it looks like the world is ending and he does it just to get you in. I don't care for that. And I lose a little bit of respect for people. And he's growing and that's great. And that's why he's doing it because it works. But I don't like it. I feel like it's dishonest. Cats is true, the clickbait. See, you see? It bothers me a bit. I swear my hair's not that messy. Maybe it is. Jack says it is. Casper Nelson says, but I probably do it too. It's encouraged. I was thinking the same thing, that when I do shorts and stuff, yeah, sometimes I will go a little bit clickbaity. But my shorts, people don't come to me to get important information. They come to me to laugh or go to sleep, right, Jack? Or whatever. But if I am in a trusted position to give very valuable information, I want to keep it as honest as possible all the way around, I think. Cats for Nelson says apps like VidQ, IQ make clickbait titles. Anna, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Wasa, I can't with you. Well, Cats for Nelson, Louise, I'm glad we met. And Mr. Possessive says, hey, Anna. And Wasa, okay, Wasa. Wasa says, I had a job where I went around to different bars with a duffel bag full of cartons of Camels of all types, and people would show me their ID and answer a few questions, and then I'd give them 2 free packs. 3 if they were a bar worker, bouncer, stripper, etc. A camel girl. Jack, you're so funny. What was that? Lady Sky says, I'm doing all right, Cat&Jack. I'm glad to hear that, Lady Sky. Skull Sniper says, hiya, Lady Sky. Cats for Nelson says, I will remember your name, Cat. Right? Same. I've seen you around before, my friend. I think we share a lot of friends. Wasa says they were a bar, unless they were a bar worker, a bouncer, stripper, etc., a camel girl. I already read that. Yes, that's very, wow. I'm trying to remember last time I got good samples for free. Only at the doctor's office after I answered questions. Cats for Nelson says that is wild, Wasa. Times were so different. Lady Sky says to Anna, she's doing all right, and how are you? Walking Tall says, hello, Jack. Hello, Walking Tall. From Jack. Jack says, hello. Cats for Nelson says, true, and I've seen Lady Sky, I think, too, yeah. It's either Love Our Toy Pops, Yogi, somewhere around those circle we know each other from. Daniel says, I got some Nesquik chocolate and the milk. I got some Clover Valley 2% reduced milk. Clover Valley is Dollar General. I would never buy milk at Dollar General. It goes bad so fast. You're fixing to make it. Walking Tall says goodbye, Jack. Goodbye, Walking Tall. Have a good day. Lois says something about good to me. Walking Tall. Everybody saying hello to Walking Tall. Watson says 9 out of 10 people working that job were hot chicks. So I joked that I was a camel girl. Only job I've ever been fired from. Total bogus scapegoating by a lazy manager, but still irks me a bit. Aw. Daniel says, I am comfortable in my birthday suit. Well, good for you, Daniel. Not everybody is. Lois says, meet Walking Tall. Lady Sky says the only thing I buy at Dollar General store is Halloween candy and Christmas candy because it's way cheaper than at Walmart. Paul says I'm only comfortable clothed. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Some people are not comfortable that way. I buy a lot of stuff from Dollar General, Lady Sky, because it's so close. It's, a quarter of the distance that Walmart is. So, but the only thing I would suggest is don't ever get milk at Dollar General just because if you're like me and don't drink milk every day, it goes bad before the expiration date. Lady Sky says, Easter candy this year I bought at Food Lion. Comments and ideas on frequency last night. Oh, good. I'm so happy. Yay, Swell Sniper. Daniel says, hello, everyone. Sorry I can't reply. I'm making some chocolate milk. He says, true, 100, and I understand. And Squirrel Sniper says, now you all know what I drink. I guess if you were. No, I don't. What do you drink, Squirrel Sniper? Did you, I don't know. Wassa says that job, 2005, starting pay was $14.50 per hour. That was pretty good. And raises came fast, for me at least, because I schmoozed bar owners and literally increased the number of bars we could work in by 20 times. You only had to do 4 IDs. Wow. Wow. Dr. Who What Where says, my grandfather drank so much milk he would get nodules on his bones. Wow. That happens? Is that a real thing? Paul says, I have a hard time wearing shorts. LOL. Me too. And Squall Sniper says, as for 52, I don't drink water. Lady Sky shops at the big money places. Squall Sniper says, never interested in water. Dr. Who What Where says, yep, too much calcium. Wow. Squall Sniper says, I too have that extra bone matter in places. Wow. Paul says, I only drink water. Really? Not even coffee? And, okay. Mr. Possessive says, has anyone here ever been to Air One? I don't know what that is. I've heard of it. Is it a restaurant? Wassa says, I hear the train outside. Wassa is continuing per hour, and you can work any bar on the list at whatever time you want for as long as you wanted. In the morning, you pick up a bag and handheld computer, and the rest was up to you. Nice. Lady Sky says, I drink coffee with French vanilla creamer, we all know. Mr. Possessive says, tonight I drank a lot of vodka, but now I'm compensating with water. Yeah, that's important. Okay. Air One is a super expensive grocery store in LA that's bougie, just to be bougie. It's ridiculous. I must have heard it from some housewives or something like that. Daniel, I get it, Daniel. I will pick up a half a gallon at, at Dollar General if I have to, but only if I know I'm going to use it all. Daniel says we don't usually get milk at the dollar store. We get our milk at Walmart, but since we are almost home, we got some. It's good. I drank it, but yes, Walmart's preference is what I think he said. Amanda says I used to shop Dollar General, but I'm going back for it again, and I budget even Dollar General. Must budget. Mm. Lady Sky says, yep, Cat, love French vanilla coffee creamer. It's so amazing. Well, I think you could argue for problems with every food that you put in your mouth. Squirrel Sniper. I think it's your belief is 100%. Nope. Your belief in what you're eating causes most of your problems. Paul says, what the heck? Mr. Possessed says, squirrel, that's so deep. Oh my gosh. Um, Lady Sky says, my hometown has over a dozen Dollar General stores. In total, it's about 15 stores. All right, let me find what Squirrel Sniper read. Even if I don't. Squirrel Sniper says, water holds memories. Water is held within the ground. The trauma of the historical past is etched within makeup of water's molecular structure. But also they say water is the one thing you can transform the molecular structure by blessing it. So all of that is just um, I don't quite agree with that, but that's okay. Wassa said other guys here who the women all assume just I missed a lot. Oh my gosh, I missed so much. Wassa says other guys there who the women all assume nope. Amanda says I buy vanilla coffee mate and pumpkin from Walmart. It's usually are you saying your trips to Walmart are usually $150? I make good munchies. Or you get good munchies. Danny says, and I understand about the whole birthday suit thing. I am very sorry. I don't think you really offended anybody, Daniel. We were just expressing whether or not we're comfortable in that state. That's all. You didn't do anything. And Wassa agrees with you, Sniper. He says, I can't stand water, never touch the vile stuff. That's what God made flavoring and sugar for. Right, if you guys say so. School Sniper continued. Something about distillers. I drink H302. Okay. That's what God made flavoring and sugar for. You're hilarious. Yep. And Paul says, no worries, Daniel. I wish I was comfortable being uncovered. School Sniper says, I say drink. I breathe in. H3. Okay. It's all so lost on me. I'm going to stick with my water because I feel like crap when I don't drink it. But that's just me. Mr. Possessa says, oh, Paul, it's not for everyone. And you are valid the way you are. That's really sweet of you, Mr. Possessive. Lady Sky says, do you drink Lipton tea? If somebody else buys it, the tea I have is probably generic and it's probably left over when my daughter was here. Otherwise, I don't drink tea because it stains your teeth really badly. Paul says it's probably not normal. I don't know, Paul. I think it's probably less than half and half people being comfortable. I think a majority of people are not comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just your preference. All right, I'm missing a bunch of stuff here. Amanda likes to cook. Doctor Who What Where says, I don't want clever conversation, never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. Don't go changing to try to please me. That it? Did I get it right? Squirrel Sniper says, Lady Sky, Lipton Tea was my father's first cinema advert in the late 60s. It went worldwide. Wow, that's great. That's neat. Mr. Possessive says, I feel like I'm not normal getting naked half the time. I think everyone is valid wherever you stand. It's your body and your life after all. Anna is smiling at Doctor Who What Where, and Daniel says, right. And Wassa says, not comfortable doing what now? Paul says, married people or people with significant other probably don't have this issue. Not true. That is not true, Paul. Not at all. Amanda says, Mexican cheese soup, Mexican meatball soup. And Squall Sniper says, I'm definitely not normal. And Daniel says, I just feel more comfortable that way, that's all. And that's fine. Dr. Who But Where says, you got it, Cat. And Amanda says, hi, Paul. I wished I could run out and cook and have a cookout, Paul. Aw. Yeah, I wish we could all hang out at Amanda's house and have her cook for us. We'll buy the groceries. You cook, Amanda. How's that? All right. Daniel says my milk was good. Lois says that would be fun. It would be fun. Squirrel Sniper says, do you Yanks eat crumpets? I don't know what a crumpet is. You people confuse me. With chips? Is chips? Are they French fries? I don't know. Do you have a kazoo? That's funny. Do Doctor Who What Where says, you bring your ukulele, I'll bring my kazoo. All right, does anybody eat crumpets? Eating her crumpets and whey, is that right? Little Miss Muffet sat in her tuffet, eating her, nope, it's curds and whey. Talk about liking to add your own words in. Right, Lois says, I don't know what crumpets are. Mr. Possessive, the world traveler, says, squirrel, I eat crumpets in Europe. Paul says, no crumpets, cookies. And Wassa says, crumpets with a question mark. Well, there you go. I think that's the answer. Stop it. Daniel says, yes, I have requested for grilled spicy chicken. Squirrel Sniper says, nope, it's like sourdough bread. Amanda says, explain normal. Explain normal, someone. Okay, deal. I can see it would be, yeah, we would surprise ourselves. Okay, deal. I can see it. We'd be surprised with ourselves, probably. Feel you guys think I'm walking with help. I run and look 50 instead of 70. Amanda, are you 70? What? Really? I would have never guessed. Doctor Who, what wears his squirrel? A chip is not a crisp or a french fry. Yeah, Pulse is awesome, Amanda. Squirrel Sniper says it's like a circular bread, but toasted. So a sourdough circular bread that's toasted. I wonder if we have something similar and call it something different. I just don't know. I'm not that much of a foodie, unless it's junk food. Amanda says, yes, absolutely. I act young and dance. I love that, Amanda. Thank you. Thank you for showing us how it's done, Amanda. And Lois says, sounds good. And Paul says, I look like hell. I don't know what to say to that, Paul. I've only seen your face. And your face doesn't look like hell. Your face makes me happy. I love your face, Paul. Mr. Possessa says, I was shocked to find out nobody in my domestic circle had really ever had toast points before. Yeah. Are toast points just pieces of toast that have been cut into triangles and pointed out on your plate? Amanda says, Paul, I don't believe you. Squirrel Sniper says, Bo, Bo, Bovril and crumpets. My eyes have just gone to shit. Wassa says toast points, question mark. Oh, Mr. Possessa says, yes, that's exactly what toast points are. It's so simple. I did not know. Phew, I got something right. Squirrel Sniper always comes in with these great riddles um, and probably some really basic stuff like crumpets, and I feel dumb. I just feel dumb. Wait, what are they? What are what? Wait, what are what, Wassa? Keep up. Let's check. Let's check. Are crumpets tasty? Paul wants to know. It's sourdough bread. Toasted. Is it buttered? Oh, the toast points. Just. It is less than 1:04 day. Yogi's live. I think, unless this is old. Is this old or is this new? So I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's live. Hi, Bridget. Mr. Possessive says wassa, literally just triangle pieces of toast. Lois says crumpets sound good. St. Bridget, hello. Question for the group. If tomorrow's quote is by a character who has Down syndrome, would I get hate comments? Absolutely not. And if you did, what would be wrong with people? No, I can't see why anybody would. No. But that really narrows down the movie, doesn't it? Good morning, Walking Tall. Wassa says, Mister, why aren't they just called toast then? And Mr. Possessive also agrees. He says, no, Bridget. The Prophet, your hair, yes, it is. It's because my girls have not been here long enough to cut it for me. Wassa says, oh, but Mr. Possessive says wassa because that's not fancy to just call it toast. Bridget says, okay, cool, because the quote I want to use is a good one. Yeah, I would just do it. Right, Lois is no way, Bridget. Really, Walking Tall, we have the same length hair. Wait, did you win $600? Wait, I thought it was a joke. Wait, stop. Just stop the world right now. Did you actually win? Because you were so calm. My whole world has been. You did win 600? Oh, I thought you were just joking in that short. Did you hear me say I would die if that would what? Wow, Bridget, yay. Mr. Possessive says, Bridget, I was so drunk when I saw that short LOL, but heck yeah. She says, well, you can't yell and scream at bingo, and I wouldn't lie to you. I thought, because you were so calm, you're like, Cat, where are you? Wake up, Cat. I thought you were just joking. I would be super excited, super excited. I would not be able to control myself, and people would look at me funny. Yes, that is Cat. But wow, I am so excited for you. That makes me so happy, Bridget. Good day at the zoo today, huh? Daniel says, I am back. I got some potato chips. She says, that sounded calm. Yes, so calm. That's why I didn't think you were serious. Mr. Possessive says, I would yell and scream at bingo, lol. Lois says, that is so cool, Bridget. And Daniel says, yay. Yeah, so exciting. It's about darn time. I wish I hadn't fallen asleep. I wish I was awake when it happened. Oh my gosh. But joking's not really lying, you know? It's like, oh, I guess it depends on the context. Lois says people yell at bingo all the time. I think Bridget's a bit reserved. But I would yell, yeah. I remember when I went to bingo back in the day. Yes, they would definitely yell. Daniel would go out and got potato chips, and Amanda's like, give me potato chips. With dip or no dip? She says, I don't joke about that. Wow. Well, congratulations. I am extremely happy for you. Mr. Possessive says she got some good cash. She sure did. She says, I put it right into my bank account. That's no fun. Are you going to do something fun with it, though? I just need to know. And do you have an emergency stash? If you don't, you should. If you're able to have an emergency stash of cash, you should. You put it right into the bank on the way home. And Lois says, every bingo I have ever been at, they all yell out, yeah. Mr. Possesses says rainy day funds are key. I just think it's important that if things do happen, that you have a little cash on hand. If the banks are closed for whatever reason, and you know what the bank's doing, what they're doing lately, you never know. Dina says, Amanda, you can have as much potato chips as you want, sweet friend. Mr. Possessor says, I have a stash in case pop stars desire to stop hiring me. Bridget says, I don't keep much cash on me, per my dad's advice. I do. I keep enough for, well, I kept enough for 3 people because there was 3 people in the house for a month. And since then, I have dipped into it a few times, but I do still have it. Amanda says, geez, why do I get munchies all the time? And Mr. Possessor says, Amanda, do you indulge? Do you get the munchies for a reason, or is it just your time? Oh, Daniel says he would share his potato chips with everyone in the stream right now. And Lois says, yes, on the stash fund. It's just in case if you can't get to the bank and your cards aren't working and you need a meal, you have a little something set aside. Hurricane. They always say it's like hurricane preparedness. Have some extra food, a little cash, because you just never know. Bridget says she must be. Listen, Amanda's 70. She doesn't have to be anything. She can have munchies at, what time is it for you, Amanda? 3 a.m. if she wants to. I'm saying, what if, Bridget? What if something happened with the banks and your credit card and your ATM, none of it works? That's why it's good just to have a small stash. Like if you got robbed or something, God forbid, it wouldn't be a huge loss, but just enough, just a little bit. Mr. Possessor says, I try to even keep cash in my wallet. I cannot keep cash on me. I always I give it away. I never spend cash. I always end up giving it away. Bridget says, I don't want to think about things not working. Me either. Me neither. I definitely don't want to think about it too much. I don't want to give it any energy, but I do want to be prepared because there's only so many chickens out there to feed Jack. Bubba. Bridget says, I keep maybe $40 at most. What? Wassa? Oh, it's Wassa. Wassa says, oh man, I once went to jail for almost 4 days and got very lucky, and they missed my wad with $1,800 in small bills in it. They took my shoelaces as always, so I was hobbling around the entire time with that wad in my sock. Ew. That's crazy. They missed that. Lois says it could happen, Bridget and Kat. And a lot of people are saying it will happen. Um, that eventually something's got to give. And it's not a drastic, oh my gosh, the world is ending. It might just be a small reset where we have to figure it out for a little while. Bridget says, I don't like it. Yeah, Mr. Possessor says, I keep a few hundred in cash, then the rest of my money in the bank or my investments. Paul says, what's the worst that can happen? You get hungry. You have no cash to go buy food at the grocery store, and your debit card or your credit card won't work. The worst that could happen was Cat would have to go out there and catch rabbits. She'd be like old school setting up snares for rabbits for Jack. She'd be out there with a slingshot for squirrels. Amanda says bologna sandwiches are moldy. People get food poison, they die. It's sad. That is sad and random. Paul says, I'm there now. Mm. Well, if you would stop being so damn stubborn, Paul, I would definitely love to help you out. Lois says, you couldn't make chocolate milk. Right. Mr. Possessive says, I'm such a man until it comes time to hunt, then I'm so helpless. You and me both. But I think if it came down to it, if it was for Jack, I probably could do it. And then I would get hungry and eat Jack's food. And then maybe get so hungry I ate Jack. Say what? Flossie says, it was crazy. I moved it multiple times before settling on my right sock. When they searched me, they felt the left foot well, but barely budged my right heel. Lazy. That's true, lazy. Complacent. Amanda says, I can't. Goodwill Hunting. I can't fish either. I don't. Goodwill Hunting. Is that a movie? That wasn't a good movie, was it? She says, I can't fish either. I can fish. I can fish. And I'm in a good place for it. And if chickens free roam, they can pretty much feed themselves. So we'd still have eggs. No need to kill the chickens. Lois says, I don't have patience to fish. That's why you get a setup that you just keep throwing out and slowly reeling it in, Lois. What is that called? It just keeps you occupied doing something. Mr. Possessive says, I can't fish, but I can look sexy on a boat while someone else fishes, whatever it takes. Amanda says, yes, a movie, Grumpy Old Men, and that, Catfish. Lois says, but if I don't have the patience to fish, but if I was hungry. There's also a fishing setup where you could just throw it out, leave it, and do other things while um, people put little bells on their fishing hook on their rods too to let them so they don't have to watch it consistently. I used to do that kind of fishing and read or kayak. Wassa says I always wanted to be a pro fisherman, and I guided. And I guided for 2 seasons: bass, sturgeon, salmon, steelhead, and walleye. It's just I'm gonna start counting. I'm gonna do. Oh, Wassa, you wait till tomorrow. You just wait. Daniel says, did you get funny comment? Did you give us a funny comment and I missed it, Daniel? Mr. Possessive says, I'm realizing how much of a city boy I really am. Let's see, Daniel. Daniel, all I got was you're sharing chips with everyone before you asked about the funny. So if I missed anything, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. How do I close that out now? There we go. Amanda says, as for why maybe she gets the munchies at 3 in the morning her time, she says, the night is day for me and I nap during the day. Bank closed, everything. It's usually old people. I don't quite know that part, but I do get that you're a night owl. Mr. Possessa says, Amanda, that's real. Alrighty, what time is it? I think it's late. Bridget, again, congratulations. I am so frigging happy for you, and it is about dang time. Um, Lois says, who cares when you get the munchies, right? Amanda says, yes, yes, it happens. And Mr. Possessa says, yeah, congrats, Bridget. Bridget's off. She's gone. She's out of here. All right, guys. Much like me, there she is. She says, thanks. You're welcome. You wouldn't happen to be going live this morning. I'm going to guess no because you're going to the zoo to spend your $600. You should. You should splurge on one thing you would really like to have for your bears or something like that. She's trying to get everything ready for tomorrow, today, tomorrow. And Mr. Possessive has got to get sober. Amanda says, I stay skinny. I eat lots. Oh, because you're like tiny. You're one of those tiny people. Bye, guys. Yeah, Bridget says she's got to sleep. All right, guys. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am honored to know and consider all of you my friends. You are such beautiful, just beautiful people, beautiful souls, quality, quality, quality people. I love you guys. Bye.